Hey everyone, I'm out here on this beautiful day listening to an amazing album by the Red Hot Chili Peppers called Unlimited Love. And in this review will be a celebration because it goes without saying that this album is incredible. So I'm just gonna go right into it as a celebration of the beauty that it encompasses and just the amazing comeback this is for this band, who I feel really solidified themselves for me as the best band in the world and my favorite band of all time. So there was two reasons why it took me a while to get around to making this review. The first is that it took a month for the CD box set to come in, along with this t-shirt of the band. The second was that I really wanted to soak in the songs and the music and the album as a whole well before making any quick judgments about it, which I do realize I've made in the past already about it when I was talking about the initial singles that were released, and after only giving them a few listens and not fully understanding the song, which I think it's important to give true music quite a few listens to really start to understand it, and it's not always instantly catchy on the first listen. Although Black Summer I really loved from the very first or second time, and by the time I made any videos about this, I was really in love with that song. And I still think it's one of the very best Chili Pepper songs out there. And considering the competition, that is saying quite a lot. So the approach I took into listening to this great album was that I listened to it a few times, if at first on YouTube because I didn't even have the album, and then I just let it flow in terms of whatever song I wanted to listen to again, and whatever song that stuck in my head I would just listen to those ones, and basically listen to the whole album in random parts and sticking to one song or two at a time, whatever I was feeling like. And best believe that by the end of it all, definitely every song has been stuck in my head at one point or another, or at least several times. So that's a really world-class albums that have every track do that. Now another bit of backstory is that this marks the return of their main guitarist of the years, John Frusciante, with whom they've written basically every song that they're known for. They did have a really good era since he left in '09, with two awesome albums in between, but him and the band always just raises the caliber up quite a bit. And it's not to compare, but it's good to think of the last album they had with him, Stadium Arcadium, which is by far my favorite album of theirs up until this point, and one of the best albums of all time. I think it's a contender for the best. So that one had hits like Danny California, Tell Me Baby, Snow, and the fan favorite sort of deep cut Wet Sand, which I also think is one of the best songs ever made by any artist. They just truly reached new peaks on that album. And to me, it's for these last 15 years since that album, I felt that it was a farewell to the world of that music from their guitarist, John Frusciante. But it turned out it wasn't the end, and they came back, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see a band persevere over decades and come out with arguably their best work ever. Now, what's truly amazing about this record is that every song is different and the feelings they embody are different. So it goes from everything to the truest, funkiest, craziest music to the most melodic and serious and slow music, and every height and peak and bottom in between. So they have one of the singles, Poster Child, would be like the best funky Chili Pepper song from 1990 you've never heard. Aquatic Mouth Dance is a beast on its own of immense craziness in the best kind of way. Not the One, I really feel it. It's a slow song, even interesting that it was written by Flea, who's known for his crazy bass playing, but here he's leading on the piano in a very slow melodic way. And they hit the nail on the head on every track. The Great Apes is reminiscent of the Stadium Arcadium vibes. Just a stadium rocker of its own right. And one of my favorites that's been the most stuck in my head probably is It's Only Natural, and it's just such a unique track and such a vibe. Now one extra unique song on this album is The Heavy Wing, in which John Frusciante takes the lead vocals in the chorus and really takes over the song. It's pretty much a solo song of his, but the whole band doing their thing, and him and Anthony Kiedis making a duet in the pre-chorus just takes it off to another level. And as I've said in previous videos, it does take a few listens to really understand where the songs are going, since they are so unconventional, and that's what's really cool about this record. And people think none of the songs can be on the radio or aren't radio friendly. I'd be okay hearing any one of them on it, and you'd be so excited. But I think that just comes from extra complexity and uniqueness in the songs that are just so not mainstream in a way and not heard anywhere else. And this album was just a shot of truly unlimited love that the world needed. I totally feel on a different vibe from it. And it's not only going to be the soundtrack of the summer, just like their previous albums, it's the soundtrack of my life. So by the time you get to the final track of the slow melodic and acoustic song, Tangelo, you really feel you've been through a journey of unimaginable proportions. You know, my phone starts up at Black Summer again, and you can't believe you went from that song all the way through those highs and lows of the album. The songs encompassing almost every genre and feeling. And it ends on that bittersweet acoustic track that is just so good. And then the feeling is none but what they said in their own words. That this album is the ride that is the sum of their lives. Thank you.
When I lost you out in that field, my crooked eyes could hardly